Ne Zha 2 is starting to show signs of slowing down in China. On Tuesday, the movie brought in $8.44 million in China, which is a 68% drop from the week before. And on Monday, the movie grossed $10 million in China, which was the first day that the movie earned less than $13.8 million since its release. Early projections are pointing towards a $54 to $56 million fifth weekend for the movie, which is still a record for highest fifth weekend in a single market. The film's projected final total gross has been lowered from $2.08 to $2.01 billion. Looks like we might have reached a point where most people that wanted to see the movie have seen it already. But even if Ne Zha 2 slows down, the movie just beat Spider-Man No Way Home's total global gross numbers and took Spider-Man No Way Home's spot as 7th place on the highest grossing movies of all time list. And it's aiming to take on the 6th place on the list, Avengers Infinity War, which grossed $2.04 billion. I think Ne Zha 2 will pass Avengers on the list by the end of its run, but it may not be able to pass Star Wars The Force Awakens, which is 5th place on the list of highest grossing movies of all time. With all the success for Ne Zha 2, many people have been wondering why this movie has been breaking all these box office records. Articles have come out saying how Ne Zha 2 is only breaking box office records because of Chinese patriotism. But is this really the case? There have been some articles pointing out that on social media, people say they have bought tickets to watch Ne Zha 2 multiple times, and these people will shame those who have not watched the movie multiple times. Although I'm sure that there are people that are doing that, that could be just a small amount of Ne Zha 2 mega fans being vocal on social media. I doubt a lot of people are really being shamed for not watching Ne Zha 2. Sounds kind of funny when you think about it. How many times does someone have to watch Ne Zha 2 to be considered patriotic? Is it going to be used as some comparison between friends? Like who watched Ne Zha 2 the least amount of times pays for dinner? Let me know in the comments if that's really happening. Some articles mention that there are theaters in China that won't show Captain America in an effort to support Ne Zha 2. That might be true for a very few theaters and not enough to really make a difference in the box office performance of Ne Zha 2. Some people on social media will point out that even Chinese schools take the day off to go on a field trip to watch Ne Zha 2, and companies have been giving free tickets to co-workers to watch the movie. But are we that surprised that Chinese schools will be taking their students to watch a hit animated movie that has cool and cute characters? Just look at the merch they got for Ne Zha 2. Kids and adults can enjoy it. It's not shocking to see that these collectibles are sold out at Pop Mart. And what's wrong with companies giving out tickets to their employees to watch the most popular movie in China? That doesn't sound too patriotic. Sounds more like a good company. I'd like free tickets to watch a movie. Now, are there some people watching this movie because of patriotism? Sure, there's gonna be some. But that's like saying Top Gun Maverick was so successful in America because Americans watched it for the themes of military loyalty, duty, and patriotism. Most people watch these movies because they are good movies. Ne Zha 2 is a fantastic animated film. Chinese moviegoers are responding to a desire to see their own stories on screen. Ne Zha 2 is based on Chinese mythology, so there are deep roots in the culture that resonate with the Chinese audience. The movie is also visually amazing. Ne Zha 2 was made entirely in China over a 5-year period by 138 animation companies with more than 4,000 crew members. One of the battle scenes near the end included up to 200 characters at once. The reviews for the movie have been spectacular, not just in China, but overseas as well. American critics have described the movie as surprisingly epic on every level, featuring stunning animation and a level of payoff in the third act that makes this overly long journey worth it. Another critic wrote, Ne Zha 2 is a rare sequel that amplifies both its action and drama without sacrificing much of what already worked in the past movie. Ne Zha 2 has been doing so well not because of patriotism, but because it's just a very good movie based on an incredibly popular character that has had many successful adaptations over the years. The movie was also released at a perfect time in China during Chinese New Year and against almost no competition. And it's also a sequel to Ne Zha, which was a hugely popular movie in China. Why do you guys think Ne Zha 2 has been doing so well? Do you think it's because of patriotism? Let me know in the comments.